The Gingerbread AT-AT. I honestly can't believe it's here right now because it took 2 months to get to my house, which is just insane. But in this video, I do want to dive into it and see if it was actually worth waiting 2 months to get it or not. Just from the look on the box, I think it actually might have been worth it. But if you remember during the holiday rush, it was so hard to get this thing because it was sold out everywhere, and the one time I actually saw it in person was at my uncle's house. So I never really got to experience this set. And yeah, I'm excited to really kind of review it. So I'm going to go build this set and then we'll get into a review. This is the Gingerbread AT-AT. Let's take a look at that Darth Vader minifigure. Honestly, this Gingerbread Darth Vader minifigure looks great. He does come with 2 accessories, being a lightsaber and a cookie, but I do wish that the lightsaber was replaced with a candy cane piece. I just think that would look much cooler. It's a great cape, it's double-sided, and the printing on it is awesome. Sadly though, you aren't going to get any printed eyes on this figure. I think it could have made him look a lot better, and he also doesn't have a face print underneath. Now let's take a look at the build. Going down here to the legs, these are obviously very posable. All 4 of them are posable, and they do look very good. I think that these sprinkles that they added on here look fantastic, and of course all the feet are posable too. Those look very cool, and they do have bows right here, which I think is super fun. Obviously these legs look pretty good. They're not bad. Sometimes they do AT-AT legs a little skinny, but these ones are not skinny, which I think is very good. And then coming down here, there is the underbelly of the AT-AT, whereas there's not much going on, but there is this right here, which does kind of remind me of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which I think is kind of cool. Coming around to the back, it's obviously going to be pretty bland. You're not going to get a lot back here, and I honestly don't think they needed to put a lot back here because this looks just fine as it is. And then here we go on the sides. There's more sprinkles up top right here and on the sides. And then there's also these lights, which I think are super fun. They look super nice, and they really do add to the holiday kind of aesthetic that this set has, and it is just super cool. And then it is going to be the same thing on the other side as well, with more sprinkles on top, sprinkles on the sides, and then there's also some sprinkles down here, which is pretty cool too. If you want to access the interior, these panels do fold up on top, just like this. It's kind of hard to see with the angle I have the camera at, but that is kind of what it looks like. They do both fold up. And on the interior, I actually think the interior is super fun. So there is a Death Star right here, which is behind a fire pit, or a fireplace, I mean. That looks super cool, and I think that's pretty cool because to me it also kind of shows how the Death Star does end up blowing up, which is kind of cool. And then also on top here you are gonna see some stockings. These look pretty cool. And then there's also what I think is either a wreath or some mistletoe, I'm not too sure. But on the other side there is a cup right here, so your Darth Vader minifigure can have some tea. And then behind here are some presents. You know, maybe he's giving some presents to the stormtroopers. You never know. And then also there is a candy cane right here, which again I think would look better on his lightsaber, but it's okay. It is pretty cool. It is a pretty cool inclusion right there. So you can place Darth Vader on the inside. He goes in here just like that, and he sits down perfectly fine. He fits in there with plenty of room. And then of course you can close these up just like that, and there you go. He is inside your Gingerbread AT-AT. But there's also another compartment in here where he can also sit, and on the inside you are going to see just no studs in there, so that will make it much easier for him to sit down, which we can do right now. And you are going to have to pull his cape up so it doesn't crease or anything, or at least that's what I like to do to make it not crease, because this at the end of the day is a very nice cape and you don't want to ruin that. And also you cannot place down the hatch. It is just not big enough, which does kind of remind me of the Night Buzzard from 2019, where, you know, the figures kind of had to sit on top. But yeah, that's what he looks like in there. It's pretty cool. Pretty interesting design at the end of the day. But let's look at the exterior of the head. So It does have some candy canes for blaster cannons right there, which is such a fun inclusion. That is really cool. And then also has more sprinkles, just like on the panels right here. More sprinkles on the side. That looks very cool, but sadly, the neck is not posable like previous AT-ATs, which is kind of sad. I think it would have been cool. You cannot rotate the head that much. It has a little bit of give, but other than that, you are not going to be able to move the head. But that's okay. I don't think many collectors will be moving the head unless you're a kid. Then you probably will want to move the head for some play value, but you obviously cannot do that here. At the end of the day, what are my thoughts on the Gingerbread AT-AT? Well, to start, it does have a very nice Darth Vader minifigure. I think this Gingerbread Vader looks fantastic. If I can get it to focus. There we go. It looks fantastic. The cape is great. It's very well designed, and it's double-sided white on the other side, which is very nice. And do I think it was worth waiting 2 months for? Honestly, yes. I think this is a fantastic set. If you ever want to put it on your holiday display, I think it'd go perfect there. And it's just very cool for collectors because normally you do not get one-off sets like this in LEGO Star Wars. Like, the only other time I can really remember them doing a Christmas set was the year before this with the Millennium Falcon set with Rey and Finn and Chewbacca and their dinner, obviously. But yeah, I think that this is a super cool set. I would definitely recommend picking it up because it is just awesome. Like, I honestly think this is super cool. The Vader minifigure is great. Again, the legs are all posable. So yeah, I would totally recommend picking this up. And make sure you check out my channel for other videos. More videos like this will be coming. I know there's not a lot right now at the time of me recording this video, but make sure you check out my channel for more content like this and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video.